Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone else. Welcome back to another lesson here at howtoplaythesax.com. My name is Matthew, but you know that. So what I wanted to do today is some finger exercises. In the past, we've done a whole heap of cool songs. In the future, we will do a whole heap more cool songs. In between, there are a few things that you need to do, that you need to learn, that you need to know about insofar as playing your saxophone. If you're going to learn how to play the sax, you kind of need to do a few little warm-ups, a few little finger exercises in order to get your fingers working properly in the way that you want to get them working. Now, part of that involves playing your saxophone in a controlled kind of way. In exactly the same way as you won't grow up to be big and strong if you don't eat your vegetables. Everybody knows that. Vegetables are good for you. So what does that mean from a saxophone perspective? You need to do a certain few kind of exercises so that your fingers will grow up to be big and strong, so that you can play your saxophone in exactly the same way, in exactly the way that you want to play your saxophone. So, just like, again, another analogy, if you do lots of exercises, you'll get big muscles. Same deal here with your sax. So what I wanted to do today is what is called a chromatic scale. Chromatic scale. What a chromatic scale is pretty much playing every note on the saxophone in order. Starting down low, working all your way up high, and then going all back down low again. A chromatic scale. Chromatic scale is possibly easier to see on a piano, on a keyboard. When you look at a saxophone, it's kind of weird and funky, and at first glance, well, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But from a piano perspective, if you start on a middle C and you go up to a C sharp, and then a D, and then a D sharp, and then an E and an F, and you play white note, black note, white note, black note, white note, etc., etc. on the piano, it visually makes a bit more sense. So how do we translate that into saxophone? Let us start on a G. We will start on a G. That's three fingers. You know Gs. You know Gs. Gs are good. Start on a G. There is our G. Can you play a G? Yes, you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. G. Cool. G. Now, next, G sharp. We're going to go up. Let's go G sharp. So we'll play our G and then add our pinky and G sharp. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah? So we got G, G sharp, A sharp or B flat, depending on how you look at it, B, C, C sharp. Let's just do that. We'll do it note, 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 note. Not very fast. Let's start on our G. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? Cool. Can we keep going? Can we add a D? Can we add an E flat or a D sharp, depending on how you look at it? Same note. E, F, F sharp. And we're up to our G with our register key. Can we do that? 2 beats each note. Let's try that. Starting on our G. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have just done a chromatic scale. Excellent, well done, really well done. Now, let's keep going with this concept. Let's go down from our G. So we'll start on our G with our register key, high G. We'll go down in a chromatic scale. Let's do it. Ready? Starting on our high G, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. good. Okay, congratulations. You have just done a chromatic scale. We're playing every single note all the way up high, all the way down low, and back to somewhere in the middle. I like the G. G for me is a good note to start on because you can start, it's in the middle, you can go down low and you can adjust your mouth accordingly. G is a good note to start high and you can go up high and adjust your mouth accordingly. So what I would like you to do, please. Are chromatic scales rock and roll? Not really. But that's cool. They are good for your fingers. What we've just done just now is 2 beats for each note. I want you, as part of your practice warm-up process, when you pick up your saxophone and put it all together, before you start playing any rock and roll cool songs, I want you to play a D major scale. We've talked about D major in a previous lesson. I want you to play a C major scale. We've done that in a previous lesson. And then I want you to do a quick chromatic scale. So in a perfect world, after you've done 2 beats for each chromatic note, then maybe you can do 1 beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then if you get really excited, not right now this second, but work towards it, you could do a half beat per note, sounding like etc, etc, etc. So please practice your chromatic scales and I will see you in another lesson at howtoplaythesax.com. Once again, chromatic scales, they're not overly fun, but they are good exercise. They are good for you. They are the vegetables of music. If you do 30 seconds, 1 minute of vegetables, of chromatic scales, every time you pick up your saxophone, very soon your fingers will be rocking and rolling. So thank you for bearing with me. My name's Matthew. I will see you in another lesson at howtoplaythesax.com. Thank you.